play. Sherman calls Coleman's TD celebration stank. 0-3 to Richard Sherman gives his defense props for stepping up despite injuries and rates Justin Coleman's pick-six celebration. 0-3-2-2-1-5 The Seattle Seahawks left tackle Reese Odhiambo was taken to the hospital Sunday night and will remain there overnight after he experienced trouble breathing during and after the team's 46-18 win over the Indianapolis Colts, according to coach Pete Carroll. Carroll said it was a result of Odhiambo's taking a hard hit to the chest on an interception in the third quarter. He returned for Seattle's next offensive series and finished the game, but he needed medical attention in a locker room afterward. All of his signs are really stable. He's really solid and all that, Carroll said. He got hit in the chest, and he just had a little trouble breathing, and so they just had to do all the precautionary work to make sure he was okay. Odhiambo, a second-year player from Boise State, has been Seattle's starting left tackle since George Fant tore his ACL in the preseason. Odhiambo's injury was among several for the Seahawks on Sunday night. Justin Coleman had an interception return for a touchdown, and J.D. McKissic had 2 rushing TDs as Seattle outscored the Colts 363 after halftime. Rookie running back Chris Carson suffered what Carroll called a significant ankle injury. Carson, a rookie 7th-round pick who was Seattle's starter for the first 4 games, was carted off the field after going down midway through the fourth quarter when he was tackled for no gain. Members of the team's medical staff applied an air cast to Carson's left leg, and most of the Seahawks bench came onto the field and surrounded the cart before it drove Carson off. "We had a couple different reports here, but now we know that he did hurt his ankle significantly," Carroll said. "We'll see what that means when we get all the MRIs and all that stuff done." Asked about the severity of the injury, Carroll said, "We don't know if he needs surgery or any of that kind of stuff. We don't know that yet. But it's significant." Carson surprisingly emerged as Seattle's starter, beating free agent addition Eddie Lacy and incumbent starter Thomas Rawls over the summer. He led the Seahawks in carries and snaps in each of the first 3 games, while Rawls and Lacy played sparingly. Carson finished with 42 yards on 12 carries Sunday night. Lacy, playing for the first time since Week 1, led Seattle with 52 yards on 11 carries. Rawls was a healthy scratch, and third-down back C.J. Procise was inactive because of an ankle injury. J.D. McKissic played in Prosise's absence and scored 2 touchdowns. The Seahawks played for much of the game without cornerback Jeremy Lane and defensive end Cliff Avril. Lane left the game on the opening series with what was initially called a hip injury, but Carroll called it a groin injury post-game. Avril left later in the first half because of a neck injury. Carroll said Avril feels fine, but he didn't have a firm update on his status or that of Lane.